Okay, welcome back. Last time we managed to make our way through Lysander's lab underneath Lumiose City, and Team Flare revived the ultimate weapon in Geosenge Town. So, today we quite simply just have to go over to Geosenge Town and kind of just kick Team Flare out of the place. And with that, that will end off the kind of Team Flare story arc for the game. And with that, after that, we'll be able to move on with our journey and hopefully get that 8th badge in probably a couple of episodes' time afterwards. So, let's head on into Geosenge Town. We couldn't approach from Route 10 because Team Flare is currently blocking the area. We could approach from Route 11, but that's kind of a hassle to do. So basically, we can just fly on in. And now, I am actually going to put Circuit out front for this. I'm going to put Circuit out front because, honestly, I think it could get a lot of use in this episode. Hopefully it will, at least. You'd better have come prepared, both you and your Pokemon. Okay, so, this guy has 3 Pokemon, and he leads with a Manectric. So, honestly, that is pretty good that I led with Circuit here. Because, honestly, this Manectric will probably be able to do one thing and one thing only. It can probably only bite at me. Well, it can't use any electric moves, and okay, it can use Raw, and that drags out Sparks. Okay, this could be bad, but I'm just gonna roll with it, and I'll go for Secret Sword, which knocks out the Manectric. Fantastic. Now, what is his second Pokemon? His second Pokemon is a Golbat. Okay, I think I can probably do anything here, but I think I'm going to be safe and switch back to Circuit. Because now, whatever it goes for, I will just reflect some damage back with the Rocky Helmet. Okay, it went for Haze. Okay, I guess it went... Oh, maybe it went... I assume it must have went for Haze because I had a Speed Boost proc up. Okay, now I don't even know what it's doing, because I don't have... Like, I have no stat boosts up. And it's not going to nullify the Rocky Helmet or anything, but whatever. Can't really complain. The Golbat just didn't hit me. And now, Scrafty comes in as his last Pokemon. So I'm just going to go for a Sky Uppercut. I'm honestly kind of amazed that landed, because honestly, Sky Uppercut is a move that is tragically unreliable for me. Like, historically, every time I try to use Sky Uppercut, it misses at a pivotal moment. But hey, I will happily take that. That's a win. And Circuit goes up to level 53. Fantastic. So, with that, I guess that's the first elite Team Flare grunt dealt with. I assume these are like the strongest grunts that are now out front defending. Lysander does whatever he can to help us realize our goals. Surely he deserves respect for that. So yeah, these 5 Pokemon, and also my Swanner, because I guess I flew in on it. Hopefully they will be able to carry me through to the end of this arc. And if they can't, then I hope I can at least do it without many losses. Okay, so, on we go. I'm coming with you. When I was in Lysander's lab, the masked heroes told me what's going on. They also told me what Team Flare plans to do with the ultimate weapon. Come on, let's stop Team Flare. No, we have to stop Lysander himself. I said I'd clip through it again. The world isn't corrupt enough to give up on just yet. Okay, so, now it is time to take this elevator down and into Team Flare's secret headquarters. I mean, to be fair, credit to them, at least they were really close. Like, credit to Team Flare, at least they built their secret evil headquarters right next to where they needed to be. It was 3,000 years ago. The ultimate weapon was used, and many Pokemon lost their lives. The Pokemon attached to the stones on Route 10 are an energy source for using the ultimate weapon. Wait, what did I say? I'll leave my fate to Lysander, but I'm worried about tomorrow. I've been saved by Lysander's support. We're absorbing the energy from the mysterious cocoon, but that's it. There isn't a Pokemon anywhere near here. All systems are go for the ultimate weapon. All we have to do is charge it using every bit of that thing's power. Everyone in the whole world must be happy before any one person can be happy. But the world is too big, and there are too many people in Pokemon, so there isn't enough happiness to go around. Okay, so, round 2. Because now we're going to have to fight Lysander again. And this is going to be a bit harder than last time. The ultimate weapon's flower has finally bloomed above the soil. Don't you find its beauty captivating? As we speak, it draws its energy from the legendary Pokemon. I apologise that the weapon was unearthed even after you chose correctly in the lab. But conflicting egos drive this world. Things don't always go the way you want. We're not going to let you use the ultimate weapon. Even though resources, space, and energy on this planet are limited, the number of people and Pokemon has increased to an unsustainable level, whether it's money or energy. The ones who steal are the ones who win in this world. But that doesn't give you the right to destroy everyone but the ones Team Flare chooses. So, tell me, the Mega Ring, did you share it? That's different, we competed for it. But when there is only one of something, it can't be shared. When something can't be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. What about Pokemon? Tears. Why? Pokemon shall no longer exist. Pokemon are wonderful beings. Humans have worked with Pokemon, and we've helped each other flourish. But precisely because of that, they will inevitably become tools for war and theft. Enough of this. You want to stop the ultimate weapon, and I refuse to do so. So, I will keep you busy for just a moment. Okay, round 2. So, this time, Lysander's team is a bit further evolved. He will now have Mienshao and Honchkrow, where he previously had Mienfoo and Murkrow, but he will still have Pyrol and Gyarados. I believe he still fights you in the same team order, though. So he leads with Mienshao, which goes for Swords Dance. Okay, that's a little scary, not gonna lie. I don't like this. I really don't like this. High jump kick lands. That does too much. But it does knock itself out on the Rocky Helmet, so that's okay. Now he goes to Gyarados, which has Intimidate, but Hyper Cutter prevents it from doing anything. And now he'll go for an Aqua Tail, but I can U-turn out to safety, knowing that it would be a super effective hit, meaning I can now switch into Shyvana, who has an Intimidate of her own, which will lower its attack, and will resist the Aqua Tail. So that is a solid play. That hits for 33 damage. Now, I know that he'll go for an Outrage here, so I'm going to switch back out to Surcat, who could probably just eat the hit, honestly. So there is an Outrage, which hits for 89 down to 57. I hit for 32, so I should be safe. Now, I can Acrobatics, and that doesn't knock it out, but we should be okay. Outrage hits again. Surcat will drop low, but should survive. Fantastic. And now, honestly, I don't know how good an idea this is. I could go for Acrobatics and potentially knock out the Gyarados, but I'm gonna U-turn out just for safety. I could have gone for Acrobatics, but I was just a little bit concerned that it wouldn't knock it out. So I'm going to play it a bit safe and go back out to Shyvana, who will now get a second Intimidate drop on the Gyarados, and just eat another Aqua Tail, probably, unless it hits itself in Confusion. Okay. I would have loved it if it had hit itself in Confusion, but hey, I guess we can't always get what we want. But now we can finish off the Gyarados with a Crunch. Okay, so there goes the Gyarados. That's the big threat down, if nothing else. And Shyvana goes up to level 51. Very nice. Okay, I am also kind of realizing that maybe Salamence isn't quite as good without the TMs that I would like. Because normally I have moves like Brick Break and Earthquake, but I obviously just don't have access to those. Now, what do I want to do here? Because this is pretty bad for me, not gonna lie. Salamence took about 50... I took like 55 from that. And I probably can't knock it out in another hit. So, I think I know my play here. I think I switch out to Sparks to take a Hyper Voice, and that'll bait. I think this is the play. Because Sparks should take a Hyper Voice, Barely, but we take it. Now, that will bait it into using Fire Blast, which will get absorbed by Flash Fire on Hayataro. And now I can use Secret Sword to knock out the Pyro, and then I should be able to Flamethrower on the Honchkrow and knock that out because of the Flash Fire boost. And I think that should be enough to bring me the win. Which is fantastic, level 52. Flamethrower, Flash Fire boosted, should knock it out in one. Fantastic. We beat Lysander with no losses. I will call that a huge win. The strength to protect, huh? But what are you really protecting? A tomorrow that will only end up being worse than today? But hey, we take our win. We take our win and we continue on. You're as strong as ever, but it's too late. There's no hope for you now. Go down to the lowest floor and see for yourself. It's not over yet. Let's look for the legendary Pokemon. Trainers are protected by Pokemon, but they protect Pokemon too, right? Look, you can see the entrance to the lower floors over there. Okay, he just says the same thing again. Also, I do like how if you go over here, you can see it just down there. So, that's how far that is how far down we have to go. But let's quickly just, patch up the party before we make a bit more progress, because we took a bit of a beating there, and I have to fight Lysander again before the time this episode ends. So, yeah. This one could get a little bit... This one could go a little long, and it could get a bit rough. But hey, we'll see how it goes. Let's hurry. Now, we are going to have a series of double battles. I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to turn back. The legendary Pokemon is at the end of this chamber, after all. Why did you tell them that? Who would even do something like that? Honestly, the Grunt is making a bit of point there. They are making a solid point. Okay, so they have a Toxicroak and a Liepard. I am going to try to knock out the Liepard, because I know that my rival has a Meowstic, and will probably go for Psychic on the Toxicroak. So I'm just going to hope Sky Uppercut works, and, well, it hits. Does it one-shot? Yes, it does. Fantastic. So now I just need Serena to have clicked Psychic. She clicked Disarming Voice, okay. I don't know why. Then again, I don't know why the Toxicroak went for Nasty Plot. Either way, we managed to just kind of breeze the fight. No real issues here. Wow, it actually lived there. Okay. Either way, I mean, we are using a significantly weaker Acrobatics, so I guess it makes sense. But hey, with that's the first one of these down. I think there's 3 or 4. You fools, you don't even have suits. You might be strong, but your teamwork is still a bit lacking. I mean, say what you will, Team Flare Grunt, you did just lose, though. That's right. The legendary Pokemon is deep within our secret headquarters, but its energy is being absorbed into the ultimate weapon. Searching deep in Kalos' mountains for the legendary Pokemon was backbreaking work. All of that dirt completely wrecked my nice white suit. I mean, to be fair, I get what Lysander's saying. Well, I get what he's trying to say, but his methods are insane. Okay, up next. Even if things are just as we heard, I can't believe they're sending smart guys like us to run off some little Rattata that wandered in. We won't lose. You won't get one step farther. The trainers moving on to the next level will be Team Flare. Okay, if you say so, buddy. Good luck with that. You are not gonna get past me here. So, that is a Manectric and a Mightyena. I am probably going to focus on the Mightyena, because I can probably just get through it a little bit faster. And realistically, what is a Manectric going to do to my Gliscor? Because I don't think it even has access... It might have access to it, but I know it won't be carrying Ice Fang. Okay, we're getting roared out. I guess that's the worst it could do to me. Which brings out our Swanna. Okay. Okay, Swanna is actually what I really don't want out here, so I am going to just bring that back. Wait, did I switch in Swanna in the fight with Lysander? I'm gonna have to double check on that. I don't think I used the Swanna in the fight with Lysander, because if I did, I think it would have died. But I'm gonna have to double check that. Okay, so, well, it's just the Manectric now, so let's just Night Slash a couple of times, and this should bring it down. Hopefully we can maybe just get a crit with it. You know, high crit chance. There is the crit, and Psychic hopefully finishes it off. Maybe No, I guess Meowstick is weaker than I think it is. Either way, we now finish off the Manectric and we are good to go. Fantastic. Okay, so that is Surcat getting even more experience, which is always good. Yes, I lost, but no matter. Lysander's the one who will take care of things. I may have lost, but it doesn't matter. Lysander will take care of everything. They have a lot of faith in Lysander. To be fair, I think a lot of evil team leaders have faith in their leader. The 5 million I paid to join Team Flare won't go to waste, right? I just can't keep listening to selfish fools anymore. The only thing that matters is that the members of Team Flare are happy. I mean, that's a short-sighted look at it, but okay. French, Serena. I don't believe it. What are you doing here? I'm sorry, I know, I'm just gonna slow you down. But friends should stick together. I'm the one who should be apologizing. You came all the way out here, and I wasn't very considerate to your feelings. You're right. Friends should stick together. Right? We should all go together. Of course we should. I knew you'd agree. Okay, Shauna, we'll go on ahead. Stay close to us, okay? Okay, thank you. I can't do voices. I'm so bad at doing voices. Actually, what does Shauna have to say? The Kalos region. I'm sure it's going to be okay. You two are amazing after all. I know you can stop them. Okay, so I think this is the last group of trainers before we reach the end here. Our plans haven't succeeded just yet. We can't afford any careless mistakes. Who's got that flare? Team Flare. Yeah, we've got that flare. Team Flare. Honestly, I kind of love how some of the members of Team Flare have their own, like, little cheers for it. I think that adds just a little bit of personality for them, and it's kind of fun. Okay, Surcat can hopefully get a nice bit more EXP out of this. I'm gonna knock out the Houndoom first, because the Houndoom is a significantly larger threat to me. Fake Out comes in handy there, tiny bit of damage, and of course we miss the Sky Uppercut, because why would I ever land Sky Uppercut? Okay, now, Sky Uppercut, take 2, Foul Play hits Meowstick, and nearly does a bit over half. To be totally honest, Foul Play would do a lot more damage to my Gliscor, I think. Primarily because Foul Play does more damage the higher the target's attack is. And obviously, Meowstick isn't exactly the most physically imposing Pokemon in the world. That Scrafty having Moxie is a little bit concerning, but I think I should be okay. And that knocks out Houndoom. Fantastic. Because now it's just the Scrafty left, and in comes Flareon. Honestly, the Flareon will probably just go for a quick attack or something, but I think we should be okay. Lava Plume, it won't knock me out in one, so I'm okay. Obviously, I'm not the happiest about the fact that I got hit by it, but you know what? That just happens sometimes. And Acrobatics will finish off the Scrafty for me. Fantastic. With that, we are now very close to getting our legendary Pokemon. So that, I think, is the last Grunt defeated. Lysander's like the sun to us. He represents our hope. Phlogiston? Extinguished. I'll be honest, I've never seen the word Phlogiston before. Like, I have no idea what that means. I've never seen the word before. Do you have anything to say? We worried about an uncertain future, but Lysander showed us how to get to his certain future. And they just recite their cheer again, okay. Now. Okay, yeah, this is the bottom, I think. Anyway, we have to hurry and stop it. I mean, Serena is right. Also, this place is immaculate. Not gonna lie, that is immaculate. Okay, so. It's an electronic lock. What should we do? This might help. It's a device that helps you when you're stuck on a puzzle. Clement gave it to me. An electronic lock and a puzzle are the same sort of thing, right? And with that, the puzzle is now solved. Ta-da! Ta-da! The lock opened. Oh, and the device actually broke. That's amazing, Shauna. You and Clement's device are both full of surprises. So, we're finally here. The legendary Pokemon's inside. Let's go help it. I mean, yeah, that's the plan. That is indeed the plan. And also, I'm going to move Hayataro out front here, because we do have a couple more fights before the legendary. But I think I want to lead with... I think I do want to lead with No, I think I want to lead with Surcat for the final fight with Lysander, though. Anyway, let's just see how we do here, because we have a little bit more to do before we get to that. And also, well, we're finally at the depths of Team Flare's base. We're in the deepest part of the headquarters. It's somehow hard to breathe in here. Hey, is that thing that looks like a cocoon the legendary Pokemon? It doesn't look like it's alive, but... Also, where did these 6 people come from? Like, were they hiding behind it? Whatever. That's none of your business, kids. The ultimate weapon has taken 99% of the legendary Pokemon's energy. But just to make double sure that nothing goes wrong, let's take these runts out. No, I hate being chased. Oh, Shauna, this again? Okay, Branch, you take care of things here. I'll go protect Shauna. Thanks, Serena. I'll be sure to take them on. Make sure to take care of those runts that ran away. I should have expected as much from kids who made it clear down here. It was a pretty simple tactic, but it managed to split us up. That girl's pretty good. So, you really think you can beat us? Yeah, I kinda do, actually. Taking all the money and stuff for ourselves will make a world where Team Flare's happy. Okay, sure thing, buddy. Okay, you have a Mighty Yana. Meaning, I'm probably going to get hit with an Intimidate drop that won't affect Hayataru in the slightest, because Hayataru does not care about its physical attack stat. We'll just hit a Bug Buzz, which probably one-shots, because Mighty Yana is not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world. I do wish Mighty Yana was better. Like, honestly, if Mighty Yana got an evolution, that'd be so cool. And you have a Houndoom of your own, but my one has Secret Sword, so I think I win every Houndoom mirror match kind of just by default. And with that, there goes the Houndoom. So, well, that is 1 out of these 4 final admins defeated. I think I get Nasty Plot at level 60 as well, so that's kind of nice. Are you trying to stop Team Flare from obtaining happiness? What a vile person you are. This man just called me vile. That's, like, my character's like, what, 16 or something? Not having a ton of money is really stressful, you know. Yes, I do know, actually. Do you actually think all living things can be truly happy? I don't know, but it's better than, you know, your plan, Team Flare, let's be real here. Okay, they have a Lipard. Lipard will also be able to do next to nothing to me. So, basically, this Lipard, the most threatening thing it can do is hit me with Fake Out, and it doesn't even do that. Bug Buzz will knock it out in a single hit. Fantastic. Love that for me. That's great. Okay. So, in comes a Manectric as her second Pokemon. I do like how you get kind of to the end of dealing with Team Flare, and then it's like, hey, yeah, they also have Manectrics now. Also, I don't know why they would go for that. I don't know why they would go for Bite when they probably have an Electric-type move there, which definitely would have done more damage, as opposed to, you know, the resisted Dark-type move. Either way, I think I might be able to get level 56 before I get to the legendary Pokemon, I think. You don't even try to understand Lysander and all that he suffers for. I mean, I'm trying to save the world, you know? One person's pleasure is another person's pain, right? The ultimate weapon is stealing the legendary Pokemon's power. I do like how this lady is just very kind of matter-of-fact. She just kind of tells you exactly what's happening. And that is a Swalot. I do kind of wish Swalot was a better Pokemon as well. Like, Gulpin kind of just exists, and so does Swalot. Which is kind of a shame, because I think Swalot looks kind of goofy, and I don't hate it. It's kind of fun. Like, I definitely... That was a lot of damage, not gonna lie. Not that it matters, because they only have one Pokemon, and, you know, it's not taking a second Psychic, but hey, that could have been a danger. That could have been potentially dangerous to me. But let's quickly patch up our Houndoom before we fight the last guy. Taking all of the legendary Pokemon's life force is an unfortunate necessity to realize our goals. Okay, and what do you have to say after this? There's no way everybody can be happy. Each of us has different dreams. Honestly, I think out of everyone in Team Flare, they kinda talk the most sense. Anyway, this last guy. If you guys think we'll let you join Team Flare after this, you've got another think coming. Is that a typo? I think that might have been a typo that slipped through. Because it's like, you have another thing coming, instead of like another think coming. Like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to linger on that, because to be honest, I've played through this game so many times, and I'm sure I must have caught it at some point and just never really clicked on it before. Okay, Poison Fang, no poison. I love it when I don't get poisoned, and Bug Buzz will finish off the Golbat. And with that, that is every member of Team Flare defeated. Well, all but 2. There are 2 members of Team Flare left. But we are only going to fight one of them right now. You're just trying to benefit from our success, aren't you? No, I'm just trying to get rid of you guys, as currently, because you're kind of in my way. No way. This puts for no and no way. Contact Lysander. Call for reinforcements. Okay, so with that, we are now in the clear, and all my Pokemon are healed up. Everyone is ready to go. Now the question is, actually, you know what? I'll be totally honest. I have, like, all of these Pokemon and all of these items, and I just never use them. Like, I added Holucia to the team, and I've barely used it. I mean, to be fair, I added Sparks to the team, and I haven't used it much recently either. Shyvana's barely been used. This episode's basically been the Houndoom and Gliscor show, but anyway. With that, we click on this button, and I'm just going to be quiet through this cutscene. Okay, so what is our Yveltal? It is a Reshiram. Okay, I'm more than happy with a Reshiram. Also, you can actually run from this, and it's the only time you actually get to see Xerneas or Yveltal on the overworld. So, I'm gonna run just to show what it looks like, but obviously I could just catch it because I do have a Master Ball. I just want to show you that it's looking at me. It seems like it wants to help. But yeah, I just want to show that, because this is the only time you ever see this. But okay. Oh, that's cool. Actually, it actually does the cry. I actually never knew that. Like, I didn't, to be totally honest, I didn't think it would change it. Anyway, with that, and now we can just catch Reshiram. We'll just throw the Master Ball at it straight away, and you do have to catch this to move on. I don't know how it works, though. Like, if you have, like, a full PC and everything, I don't know how it works. Either way, with that, we catch Reshiram. So that is our legendary Pokemon encounter for the game, because honestly, we don't get any of us until post-game. But with that, Reshiram is caught. I guess it came back after Black and White it decided to come back. But I'm not going to actually add it to the party, just to make this final fight a little bit more intense. What a relief. Now they can't use the ultimate weapon. You're amazing. A legendary Pokemon wanting to be your friend like that? It's unbelievable. What a startling development. I never would have thought you were really a chosen one. So this is the mighty Yveltal. I expected more from a Pokemon called a legend. You desire help from people? You need help from a human? What's going on with that outfit? Is that really you, Lysander? Oh, whatever. He already beat you. What are you doing here? For me, victory is using the ultimate weapon. In order to do that, I need to reclaim the legendary Pokemon's power and send it to that weapon once again. I'll be taking the legendary Pokemon back now. This time, I won't lose. I too shall use the Mega Ring and Mega Stone that you researched during your travels. Okay, final showdown. And with Lysander. So, same as last time, he uses the exact same team, but his levels are a teensy bit higher, which is honestly why I wanted to lead with my Gliscor. Mostly because I knew the Mienshao was coming and I don't want to lead a Houndoom against that. So, he goes for Swords Dance just like last time. However, I still don't really want to have to take a Swords Dance Acrobatics or a High Jump Kick from it, but honestly, well, if anything's going to be able to take that hit, it's going to be Gliscor, who takes a little under half. Okay. This is not great for me, not gonna lie. Okay, Circuit goes up level 55 and wants to learn Guillotine. I could teach it Guillotine just for the meme and just risk it all, but I'm not going to do that just for safety. Now, Pyro comes in. I think this is going to go for probably Fire Blast, so I'm going to play it safe and switch to Hayataro. I assume it's going to go for Fire Blast. It'll go for either Fire Blast or Hyper Voice, and I guessed right. Fantastic. Because now I get the Flash Fire boost, and I can Secret Sword, and hopefully one-shot. It doesn't quite one-shot, but we should live a Hyper Voice. I think I should take that. It does a little over half. However, I do still have the Flash Fire boost. I do still have the Flash Fire boost on my Flamethrower, I think. So I think I should be able to one-shot the Honchkrow. I'm gonna risk it all on Houndoom for this. I need Houndoom to one-shot this Honchkrow, and it does. Big crit comes through. And now, in comes his final Pokemon, Mega Gyarados. Obviously, it comes in as regular Gyarados. Intimidate will come through and hit Hayataro, but that doesn't make any difference to me. Now, much like when we had Circuit on the field, he will inevitably go for Aqua Tail here, so I switch out to Shyvana for an Intimidate drop, and then that'll bait him into using Outrage, and that way I can kind of just shuffle around a little bit. Obviously, Gyarados hits like a train. Mega Gyarados' damage is no laughing matter. It just went for the Outrage outright. That's bad. That's really bad. That one-shot my Salamence. Okay. I feel really bad now, because I added that Salamence and it got to do nothing. Okay. So, it's locked in on Outrage now. 97. Honestly, I think Circuit might actually be my best bet here, because Circuit does have the highest physical defense, and I know I outspeed. So Sky Uppercut lands for probably about a third, a little over a quarter, somewhere in that kind of ballpark. 83 down to 47 is about 36, and okay, now I U-turn out, assuming it's gonna go for an Aqua Tail. No. So I assume it's going to go for an Aqua Tail, so I do that. And now I'm going to switch out to T-Zark, I think. Why am I going a Hawlucha over any of my other Pokemon? I'll be honest, I don't really have an answer for you. I just hope I can take the Aqua Tail. It does over half, but we live, and now I should be able to land the Flying Press to take out the Gyarados and defeat Team Flare once and for all. I'm honestly a little bit upset about losing Salamence, but hey, these things happen. It's over. Fools with no vision will continue to befoul this beautiful world. They'll go on until the only thing left to do is squabble over the remaining scraps of hope. Also, I love the little detail of how usually when you win, you have the little fist bump, like, yeah, I did it. And that's the only time in the game where it's like, yeah, sit down, I win. Like, it's the most intense one in the game. I mean, to be fair, it makes sense, because, you know, you did beat the evil team leader. You know what I think? Even if there's only a little bit of something, it's still best to share it. Even you managed to use Mega Evolution, that's because Gyarados shared its power with you, didn't it? And not just Gyarados, but your other Pokemon too. The legendary Pokemon is gone, so you can't use the ultimate weapon anymore, right? You don't have to worry about the future all by yourself. I think everyone should work together to make a better, more beautiful world. If that were possible, all wars would have ended long ago. I can only see one future, one where selfish, foolish humans think about nothing other than themselves and steal more and more from one another. It's a tragic future. The original purpose of this device was to bring a Pokemon back to life, but the Ancient King transformed it into this ultimate weapon. When the legendary Pokemon awakened, it took back much of its energy, its power, that had been sent to the ultimate weapon. There's not much power left, but there is enough to use it once. Branch, Sycamore's pupils, the ultimate weapon is a flower that bloomed to no avail, just like me. But this ends here. I'll show you what its remaining power can do. Okay, we have to get out of here right now. And so, with that, the Poison Rose of Destruction, or whatever I called it last time, fires its one single shot. Because, I mean, Lysander, in a way, I mean, he got closer to succeeding than most evil team leaders, I'll give him that. Like, he did, credit to him, he came pretty close. And also, I think his winning is, like, one of the most dire consequences that isn't just, like, entire worlds destroyed. I mean, to be fair, even if... Also, I just realized that path on the way to their base is kind of just not there in the cutscene. Anyway, yeah, with that, Lysander and Team Flare are defeated. Whew, I'm so glad you're all safe. I really respect the courage and kindness all of you showed. Thank you. We're all fine. All you guys okay, Tiano? Yep, as you can see, we're doing great. Thanks for asking. We worked together to save the Pokemon connected to the stones on Route 10. And I mostly left with battling with Team Flare, Cena, and Dexio, though. Who are these Cena and Dexio you speak of? Where are the masked heroes? Don't worry about it, Tiano. We were just doing we were all doing the best we could to stop Team Flare's plans. Oh, we have a little bit of news for you all. We managed to destroy the machine in Lysander's lab that was spying on people's holocaster transmissions. So, we won't have to deal with Team Flare anymore. Now I can go back to this filling up my Pokedex. So it's finally over, right? We can go back to our adventure, right? Let's go back to Anastar City and start over from where we left off. The game doesn't let you teleport there. It's like, no, walk off live. Thank you. I have so much respect for you as a friend. It's because I respect you that I want to beat you in battle as your rival. I really mean it. Okay. And now that everyone's left, time for a bit more story. A long, long time ago. A very long time ago. The man made an ultimate weapon. Using it required the life force of many Pokemon. The Pokemon granted eternal life learned this. The resurrected eternal Pokemon left the man's side. The man was surprised and sad. He had revived it so they could be together. Day after day passed, but they were never to meet. Eventually, he became a mere shell of a man condemned to wander forever by the light of the weapon. And a Pokemon that also wanders eternally. Where is it now? What do I have to do to meet it? And with that, he leaves once more. But with that, we did tragically lose Shyvana, so I guess we're going to take the King's Rock from it. I guess Lysander just wanted his King's Rock back. But anyway, with that, we're going to fly back to Anastar City, and I'm going to end off today's episode here. After I heal my Pokemon, of course. And next time, we'll be able to continue our adventure by moving on to Route 18, I think? But before I do that, I have one last little thing to do, and one last little surprise. One last little Easter egg. Because, you see, I'm recording this episode on my birthday. And the game throws you a little birthday party in the Pokemon Center. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns. I hope this will be a wonderful year for you. So, yeah, please keep visiting the Pokemon Center for many years to come. Now, would you like to rest your Pokemon? Now, I'll be honest, this is just a little thing. It's not a huge thing. It's just a little detail. The first time you enter a Pokemon Center on your birthday, like if you're saved in a Pokemon Center, you have to leave and come back in. But the first time you enter a Pokemon Center on your birthday, you get this little kind of Easter egg, and honestly, I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite little things that's been in a Pokemon game in recent times. And I think that my Reshiram's modest. This is a fantastic birthday present. Because I could add that to the team right now. I'm not going to, but I could. So I have a modest Reshiram. That's fantastic. But yeah, I know it's in X and Y. I know it's in Sword and Shield. I can only assume it's also in Scarlet and Violet in some way, and I assume it's in Sun and Moon. Also, I know I just saved, but I'm gonna heal again. But yeah, it's just a nice, cute little detail, and I really appreciate it. I also love the little kind of music box kind of version of the Pokemon Center theme that you get. It's absolutely one of my absolute favorite things in this game, and it's something that I really appreciate and like. Also, by the time this episode goes up, this will have been recorded like 2.5 weeks ago, but whatever. I don't know, it might be like a week and a half, 2 weeks, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to end off today's episode here. Yeah, and I will hopefully see you all again on Thursday, I believe, for more Pokemon. And I think Medieval's still going on for Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. But anyway, next time we'll be continuing our adventure and actually just finishing off, well, making our way to the 8th gym. We won't be getting the 8th gym in Badge in the next episode, though. But anyway, I'm going to end off today's episode here. So as always, thank you for watching. Feel free to click any buttons down below, or leave a comment if you feel so inclined. I have messed this up really badly. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, later.